When it comes to social media, obviously there's a difference when people see you on Instagram, like your pictures or your videos on Snapchat, and then people see you in real life, especially when it comes to guys. What's the reaction when people see you in real life?
When people see me in real life, they always tell me I look better than my pictures, which is super flattering because I think my pictures look amazing. So when people tell me that I look better than my pictures, I'm super flattered. They also kind of, sometimes me being like an urban model or being known for my sexy, sometimes they don't quite come at me correctly. I believe like they would come at a, average everyday girl like, hi, how you doing? Sometimes they'll be like, damn, look at that ass. Or, they say, I guess you would say vulgar things in comparison to I feel like a girl that probably is not how I depict myself on social media.
Do people think you look shorter in person, taller in person?
Yeah, they'd be like, you short. I'll be like, yeah, I'm 5'3".
Thicker in person, skinnier in person?
They really don't necessarily say I'm thicker or smaller. They don't elaborate. They always say I look better. They be like, are you short? Because I am 5'3.5" kind of. And when I'm on Instagram, you have heels on or they really can't tell your ratio unless you're next to someone, then that's when they really can tell.
Now, what's your opinion of social media these days?
I think that social media is really getting oversaturated. I feel that back in 3 days ago, like 3 years ago, I meant, that social media was a lot more, it's always been smoky mirrors on social media, but I feel like in today's times, like you just never know. A girl could have 1 million followers and you're like, who is this girl? How did she get 1 million followers? Like, it's not uncommon to run across a girl with several thousand followers and you have no idea who she is. You never seen her in a video. You never seen her attached to a celebrity. You never seen her attached to any brands, but she has like 1 million followers. I think these days there's so many tricks and games. And also, Instagram has updated with Live, and it's become basically Periscope, Snapchat, and Instagram in one. And I think that's a good thing, but then it's also like, I kind of like things separately because every social media serves a purpose. Instagram is like trying to be like a superpower of social media, I believe, which, I mean, they are now because they have everything that any other social media offers.
What's your biggest pet peeve when it comes to social media, if any?
My biggest pet peeve on social media is people have a lot of courage on social media. They make negative comments. They say smart things and don't even know you. Like, sometimes I get comments like, you're a dumb bitch or you disrespect yourself. And it's like, I mean, not that me graduating from college shows that I'm a genius, but how can I be a dumb chick when I went to like one of the best universities in the United States? Like, how can I be not knowing what I'm doing with social media when I'm working for Hip Hop Weekly and doing great things? So I think that's what is my pet peeve. People always have something to say, but it's like when you go to their page, they're ugly, they have nothing going on, probably work at McDonald's, but they feel the need to try to put you down. I don't know if it makes them feel better because you're doing better things, but I hate that about social media. That's why I like that Instagram allows you to disable your comments now. So maybe if I do something really great and I don't want people's opinion, I won't even put my comments on.
How do you deal with negative or hateful comments at this point? Do you clap back? You delete comments?
I never clap back, really. And sometimes it depends how bad it is. I block them because some people say stuff like, fuck your mom, I'll kill her, some crazy shit. Like, people say crazy things. But a lot of times I kind of just leave it because at this point, being that I average from 60 to 100 comments, if not more, on certain pictures, I don't know. It's like I feel like I leave the love there and I leave the hate there because I want people to see all. Like, the comments are interesting. That's my favorite part of social media. I might see a post, and when I go to the comments, it makes the post so much better, especially when it comes to, like, blogs and stuff.
Now, let me ask you this. Recently, in the social media world, Justin Bieber was in a controversial relationship, and his followers made a lot of comments about it, and he terminated his Instagram. And then when Meek Mill was involved in a beef with the game, he deactivated his Instagram momentarily. Have you ever got to the point where you almost deactivated a social media platform or have deleted?
No, never. I would never do that because being that, I'm a young adult. I've been onto social media since I was 12, middle school. Most of my life has compromised of social media. So it's really my life. I would die if I deleted all my social media. I would have no identity almost because, of course I could go without it for a few days. I'm not saying I'm obsessed, but to like just delete it, it'll feel like I'm dead off the face of the earth. Like my best friend just did that because she's pregnant, and I'm like, really, what is your point? But I don't think I would ever do that. Now, if I was on their scale, though, I probably would, because, I mean, this is Justin Bieber we're talking about. I mean, he is a worldwide, phenomenon. I'm sure he gets way more hate and way more unhappiness from his comments than I do. People don't go in on me as bad as they would go in on a Justin Bieber, He has a million people coming at him crazy.
Are you still on Snapchat?
I'm still on Snapchat, and I actively use Snapchat because, contrary to most people, I actually have a Snapchat base that's separate from my Instagram. Even though in my bio I have my Snapchat name, I grew my Snapchat base separate from Instagram, like just from hanging around with girls who had popular Snapchats and we snapping together and they shouted me out. So some of my followers on Snapchat don't necessarily follow me on Instagram and vice versa.
What's your Snapchat screen name?
Tresure P. T-R-E-S-U-R-E-P. Tresure with no A.
Same as your Instagram screen name?
Well, no, my Instagram screen name is I am Tresure P. Snapchat is just Tresure P.
Okay. Now, how are you with Instagram stories, the one of the latest features on Instagram? Do you use it?
I do.
What's your opinion of it?
Quite frankly, a lot of times I Snapchat things, I save them, and then I put them on InstaSnap just to reiterate. So my Snapchat and my InstaSnap are probably very parallel to each other, but sometimes I give each one a little surprise.
I was just going to ask you that. Now, what is your opinion of Instagram Live?
I love Instagram Live, especially for me, being that I have almost 500,000 followers. It's a very great way to interact with my followers personally. And I mean, I think I get a lot of views and comments and stuff, so it's fun for me. It's sad when you see the memes about the memes now where it's saying like, you only got 2 people watching, we on FaceTime. I feel bad and embarrassed for the people who don't get as many views or comments, because it's almost like maybe you shouldn't use it because there's so many memes going around that's making people almost embarrassed if you don't get views. Like, if I don't get over 100 views, I damn near want to turn it off, because at the beginning I'll have like 300 and then it'll go down to like 100. And if it go down below 50, I'm ending it, because, I can't make people feel like I'm not popping. It's a lot of pressure on Instagram Live, actually.
Do you feel like Instagram stories can knock off Snapchat the way things are going? Do you feel like Instagram Live can knock off Periscope the way things are going?
Very well so, and it has already done that. I feel like I used to get 4,000 to 5,000 views on a Snapchat video. Now I'll get like 1,000 to 2,000. So that lets me know that some audience is gone. Even Drea Michelle tweeted, she was like, she used to get over like 300,000 Snapchat videos, and now she's down to like 100,000, and that's someone like Drea who people are obsessed with. So I definitely think Instagram has made it where every social media is not being able to compete, because most people have the biggest base on Instagram. Most people built their following up on Instagram, so it's easier to put a Snapchat up on Instagram and get more views, or live. Like when I had a Periscope, I would only get like 30 people viewing, and I have a lot of followers, so I definitely think Instagram is winning straight across the board.
Do you think
Snapchat probably should have sold themselves to Instagram when they had the chance? They thought they was popping for a while, but Instagram showed them.
Do you think Twitter can survive with all this stuff going on?
Most definitely. Twitter will survive the test of time. Twitter has been around before Instagram, and I use my Twitter a lot, and Twitter is still very active. I think Twitter is great because it's a lot different. Unless Instagram start doing tweets or something, but which would be crazy. But Twitter still gives those people who like to read, or those people who like to talk without talking verbally, like, it's just a whole different medium than the rest of them. So I feel that Twitter still will stay around because I love it. I love to retweet things I agree to. I love to say my opinion. It's like your personal diary to the world, as opposed to Instagram and stuff. It's more in the moment. It's less thoughtful. I think Twitter is a deeper medium compared to the rest of them.